Hello, and welcome back to the second Tales from my backlog this month. No, sorry, third. I'm just looking down at my list, and yeah, no, this is the third Tales from my backlog this month. And yeah, so it's going to be on V for Vendetta. And going into it, I'd seen maybe one or two scenes. I think no, just the one scene. Um, and that was it. I was only the one scene, but it's been a film that I've been interested to see and to watch for quite a while, and I thought this month would be the perfect time for it, just because it's another one of those movies in my backlog that I need to slowly chip away at, and I did. I watched it, literally just finished watching it, just a few moments ago, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really enjoyed my time watching this. Pretty stacked cast. I recognize quite a few people. Obviously, the main one being John Hurt, who played the Chancellor of England, who's the main bad guy in the film and all that. So it was again. I've only seen John Hurt in a few things before. That being um, this and last month, that being the Harry Potter series when he shows up, and of course his role as the War Doctor from Doctor Who. And then last month I watched Aliens for the first time, which I have a pretty hot take on that. But yeah, so it's nice to see other roles that he's been a part of, and he done a fantastic job in this. Even though uh, the vast majority of the time we see him as the Chancellor, it's always on this big screen. Um, very good. Stephen Fry is in this, obviously. Um, I forgot how long he looks in this. I'm so used to seeing the Stephen Fry of now. Essentially, I've forgotten how young he looked. Essentially, Natalie Portman done a fantastic job as Evie in this. Really really loved her performance. I have no negative thing to say about Natalie's performance. It was really really well done. Um, then of course the two detectives that were also hunting down Evie, I recognize both of them. The first one, Finch, I recognize because he's an Irish actor. Or at least I think he is. I hadn't actually looked into it, but he was in the Michael Collins biopic that Liam Neeson played, which I did a review on last year, I believe. And then, of course, he was also in Interview with a Vampire, which I don't recognize him in that. And then the other detective I recognize from the 2010 Sherlock series. Um, as you know, he played the detective in that, whose name is escaping me. And of course, Hugo Weaving played V. And I have to say, I really did enjoy the betrayal of V. Now, I know this is based. I think this is based off of like a DC comic or what have you. And I essentially just went into this movie completely blind, not knowing about the past with this character or anything else about it. So it was, essentially a 100% blind watch through for me. And, the story, the plot kept me gripped. I'm opening batteries whilst I'm doing this. I don't know why. I'm going to put them down now. Anyway, yeah. So the story kept me hooked from the very beginning. When Natalie, her Evie walks out and gets essentially stopped by these people known as the Fingers or the Fingertips, one of the two. And then of course V is the one who saves her, and he blows up something whilst playing a bit of music. and then afterwards he infiltrates the British uh, World Telecom place and almost blows that up, but manages to to escape thanks to the help of Evie. She knocks out one of the detectives and pepper sprays him, and she gets knocked out. So he then, of course, brings her back to his place, and we learn a bit more about him. We learn a lot more about Evie's character and how her parents were, activists after her brother was infected with this virus and died, and then they were taken away and put into these camp type of things and died or was shot, one of the two. Um, and yeah, so this it's mainly just about V getting revenge for what happened to him, and also ending the totalitarian Britain that exists in this timeline. And to do that, he's going to finish what Guy Fawkes started back in the day when he on the 5th of November when he wanted to blow up Parliament. And at the end of the movie, that is exactly what happens. After the Chancellor is killed, his his right hand man is also killed. Uh, V unfortunately does die, but he succeeds in doing what he set out to do. He killed all those that experimented on him, um, and he got revenge for that, and he set out to do what he done. He freed Britain, um, and then the movie ends. So yeah, I like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It kept me engrossed from beginning to end for the full 2 hour movies. Yeah, some parts definitely dragged in places, but other than that, I had a really, really good time watching V for Vendetta, and I'm glad now to have it knocked out of my backlog. Is it a movie that I plan to watch again in the future? I don't know. I don't know is the honest answer. It might be like with Spaceballs that I reviewed at the beginning of the month, where it might just be a one and done for me, you know. Um, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on my letterbox, which is a cheeky plug to go into the description of this video and follow me on my other socials. Um, but yeah, so thoroughly enjoyed that. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The next video is going to be of my Doctor Who Series 5 rewatch, which, a little thing about that, I essentially watched it in one sitting. Except for the 11th hour, I watched that at a different point. But from episodes 2 to 13 was watched in one sitting. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. I'll see you on Friday for the Doctor Who Series 5 review. I'll see you all on Friday.